My name is Amir Ali and I am project management consultant. And in this video, I'm going to share some of the topics that you need to master in order to clear PMP exam. Now, I am specifically making this video for all those students who want to clear PMP and they want to know what are the specific topic that they need to understand. Since the exam content outline does not have the skills that it used to have. What do I mean by skills? If you go to exam content outline of the previous PMP exam, it has topics that you need to cover. Whereas now you have processes, people, business environment. Although I really love the new exam content outline because it's really the way in which project really happens. It's the way how you make the team and all those things. So let's get to the nitty gritty of PMP exam. First of all, the exam is divided into two parts, predictive and agile. Let's focus on the agile part. In agile, 70-80% of the exam is basically focus on Scrum. So if you master Scrum, in a way, you can master PMP exam. So Scrum is very important for clearing PMP exam. Now the question comes, is Scrum difficult? If you don't have experience, like you are not a certified Scrum Master, because if you are preparing for PMP exam, I'm sure you may have seen people clearing PMP exam and most of them are certified Scrum Master or those who have experience in Scrum field. So the question comes, is this difficult? And my answer is very simple. No. A big no. Scrum is not difficult. You can master it in a very less time. I would say you can master it in a 3 to 4 hours of effort. What do you need to know about Scrum and Agile? So let's put it in the right order. First of all, there are 4 values, and I'm not going to go into detail what does this have. I'm just going to name the topics that you need to master. So 4 values. Don't memorize these 4 values. Try to understand the mindset behind these 4 values. Then we have 12 principle. 12 principle of agile. So 4 values, 12 principle, understand it, master it. You are going to have a lot of question regarding these 12 principle in one way or another. Then coming to the Scrum is based on 3 empirical processes: inspection, transparency and adoption. The complete framework of Scrum is actually based on these 3 things: inspection, transparency and adoption. So understand them in well fashioned way. Then understand the framework of a Scrum. What is product roadmap, product vision, product roadmap, then story map, release, then product backlog, daily Scrum, sprint review, sprint retrospective, and 5 stages of sprint retrospective: set the stage, gather data, generate insight, decide what to do, and close the retrospective. What are the 3 questions of daily Scrum? It is time box. Then understand tools of Scrum. How do you calculate the story points? What are the estimation techniques like White Delphi, planning poker, Fibonacci series? Then we have affinity diagram. How do you calculate story point? How do you prioritize user stories? What are the 3C of the user story? Card, confirmation, conversation. What is risk burn down chart? What is risk burn up chart? What is the difference between risk burn down and burn up chart? Which one to use when? And how do you calculate variance from those charts? Risk burn graph, burn down graph, risk burn up graph. So understanding that, then what is Kanban board? Although Kanban is classified as a different methodology, but you can use that here. So use task board or a Kanban board. What is work in progress limitation, and how do you limit and why do you limit it? What is cumulative flow diagram, and what does cumulative flow diagram see? Understand how to read CFD. How do you make a pull system in the Kanban? So these are the high level things of Scrum that you need to understand. Then in Agile as a general and Scrum as specific, you need to have a co-located team. The team is self-organized. It is composed of generalized specialists. What is the role of product owner, development team? What is the role of Scrum master? How do you reprioritize the product backlog? So you need to answer all these questions. So if a change occur, what do you do then? How do you handle change in the Scrum environment? So what is information radiator, and what is osmotic communication? Understand this for Scrum. Then let's focus on XP. XP is very light part in the exam, but you do need to know about XP. For XP, you need to know about pair programming, how the pair programming works, what is continuous integration, what is test driven development, acceptance testing, what is build, what is iteration 0, what is iteration H, what is spike, what is architectural spike, risk spike, and when do you do basically architectural and sprint, what is standardized code, what is accountability for everyone. So these are some of the things, whole team, that you need to know about XP. Once XP is done, Scrum is done, Kanban is done, then comes the Lean. There are 7 principles of Lean, and there are 7 ways of Lean. There is a tool known as value stream mapping, which shows non-value added task and value added task. You get throughput, cycle time through that. Lean consider the whole system and optimizing the complete progress. Then we have crystal methodology, that is very easy for exam point of view. Then we have FDD, feature driven development. So how do you calculate velocity in the Agile? What are the velocity, like velocity burn down graph, velocity burn up graph? How do you have communication with the stakeholder? How do you continuously enhance communications with the stakeholder? What are different procurement type of the procurement contract in Agile, like change for free and no work, no money, cost per work package, and then you have graduated fixed price, customized contract. These are some of the topic, almost 80 to 90% of the topic that can be asked in the PMP exam regarding Agile part. I have answered all of these questions. Then you need to understand what is scope, cost, time, quality, risk, procurement, stakeholder communication, Agile and predictive. Now I'm also crossing over to the predictive cycle. You need to know when to use predictive, incremental, adaptive, and Agile, and what is the difference between them. That is very important for exam point of view. How do you handle change in Agile, and how do you handle change in predictive? Like if the requirement is in predictive and we want to have a change, there's a complete change control board, and it's a complete method that you need to follow. But if the requirement is in Agile, not so much, you don't have that much process. Same goes for management of risk. For risk in predictive, you have a complete plan, risk management, identify, rank, qualitative, quantitative, then response, positive, negative, then implementation, then monitoring, on all those things. You don't have that much system in Agile. So master Agile, and if you are giving exam in 2 to 3 weeks, you are going to see like 70% of the questions regarding Agile. Master predictive, all those things, how 3 baselines are created, journey of deliverable, journey of change request, journey of stakeholder communication, journey of procurement, different type of contract, and when to use. And if you can do all these things and can make a story out of it and can understand it in detail, I'm sure you can clear the PMP exam. Because PMP exam is nothing. PMP exam is just one thing. How in a specific situation project manager will take decision. There are 180 questions, you have 180 problems to solve. And if you are a good project manager, you can solve these 180 problems. Regarding the mocks, which mocks to use, I recommend Prepcast. They are good mocks. Then PMP with Ray has a Udemy mocks. They are good, and he has updated it. Then Trideb has updated mocks for specifically agile part. There are some mocks of Vade. You can use that. There is a mock in First Aid book, in Mike Griff's book. You can also use that. Do this, and I'm sure your probability of clearing PMP exam will go drastically high. Thank you very much for your time. And if you clear your PMP, do write me. I would love to know your journey of PMP.